Mike Hammett for SWOSUathletics.com, talking with volleyball coach Josh Collins. Bulldogs getting ready to open their season up in just a few weeks. Practice gets going here soon. I know it's an exciting time. Last season, to start there, I know maybe didn't go the way you envisioned it to start things off, but what can you learn from last season and apply moving forward?
I think that nothing is given. You have to go earn everything. And we talked about that quite a bit in the spring. So, a loss is not a loss if it's a lesson. So I think we learned our lesson and we're ready to go.
You look at this year's roster, I mean, you lost quite a few girls from a year ago. You have just the two seniors this year. When you work with a group that only has two seniors, what are the challenges for you as a coach?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that those 5 seniors that we lost, they built a lot while they were here. And we'll take the good that they brought us, and hopefully we'll build on that with these 2 seniors that are coming back next year. And Lindsey and Delaney both do a great job, both on the court with leadership and in the locker room with leadership. And there are other leaders around them, and I think that we've really established a culture here. And so even though we bring in 6 new ones who don't know what that culture is yet, I think they'll pick up on it really quick.
When you look at who you bring in and how they can impact the program, who do you look at not only with that group, but just who you bring back? Who do you look to step up this year and help lead the way?
Well, Caitlin Dillon will do a great job defensively. She had a great year last year. And then we really expect Cody Avery to do some big things at the setter position. And really, all 8 of our returners all have their own ways of leading. We've had some really hard work this summer. Addie Amon worked her tail off this summer. She's going to be back better than ever. Jenny Tackett, Clemson Lancaster will come in and do some great things as well. So, even though we have 6 new ones, those 8, I think, will push them. And then with the new ones coming in, we have some experience at really high caliber junior college programs, also have a D1 transfer, and, all of our freshmen have played at a pretty high level.
You look at this season as a whole, what's the biggest challenge coming in for this group?
It will be coming together as one. And we have 8 who have been here who have come together as one. It'll be getting those 6 to join them, and all having the same vision and seeing where we want to go, and all have the same idea of how to get there.
Look at your schedule. I mean, you have a tough one where you see a lot of Lone Star Conference, a lot of RMAC foes, go to the MIAA crossover. I mean, it seems like that non-conference schedule really is going to ramp you up for what you're going to see in the GAC. So obviously by design, we've talked about that before, but it seems like a pretty tough non-conference schedule. Mike,
it's tough to schedule not tough in this area. There's just a lot of good volleyball. But we'll be battle tested when we get ready to play GAC schools, and especially by the time we get to the conference tournament, we should be ready to face anything.
Early on in practice, I know you just talked about it, getting this group to come together is a big challenge. Is that, along with conditioning, those kind of the main focuses here when you get going?
We really hope that when we come in, we're conditioned. I know I've seen quite a few of these girls all summer. I can't work with them, but, you can't help but see the work that they're doing, and I think that we'll come in ready to go. After that, we'll have to knock some rust off and have some reminders, and then it's all about learning to play together.
Josh Collins, SWOSU Volleyball coach. They get the season going to West Texas A&M September 1st.
Thanks, Mike.
Mike Hammett for SWOSUathletics.com as we preview the SWOSU Volleyball season, talking with senior defensive specialist Lindsey McCauley. And here you go, senior year. I mean, what's it mean to you to be a senior, to be one of those leaders on this team?
It's definitely a bittersweet moment, but I'm ready for it. I'm really excited to be playing again with the SWOSU Volleyball team, and I'm really excited to be finishing at SWOSU.
I know lost a pretty good group from a year ago, but there's several of you that come back. What's your chemistry like with the other girls who come back this year?
We have 8 coming back from last season, and we are all just so ready. We've been hanging out together, the ones that are here, and I know that we've been working really hard. And so I think it's going to be a good year. We have 6 new coming in, but they're all really athletic, and I'm excited to see what we can do.
As far as where you come into this year, those, like you say, there's some newcomers coming in. How do you build those bridges, build that chemistry with some of those new girls?
Well, we've actually been FaceTiming a little bit and in a group text, so we've been motivating each other, like the ones that aren't here and the ones we haven't really talked to much. We're still keeping in touch throughout the summer.
at this point, as you get ready to start a new season, what's the biggest thing you need to do to push this and take this program on the next step this year?
I think as a senior, we're going to have me and Delaney, and I think we really need to step it up since there's only 2 of us. But I think it's also good that there's only 2 of us, so there's not any like butting heads and stuff like that.
When you have 2 seniors, I mean, what's the challenge of working with a group like that? That it's a younger team. What's the challenge of doing that?
I think it's just getting everyone on the same page because we're going to have some freshmen, we're going to have a lot of transfers, and so we just need to really get connected. And I think me and Delaney are just going to have to get more team bonding going and stuff like that so we can be like a unit.
As far as goals this year, what are the goals for yourself and the team?
For the team, definitely winning the GAC tournament again. That is definitely a goal, and then if we can win outright, that would be awesome. I think we have the talent to do it. And myself, I just want to have a good senior year and really just be a good teammate.
Lindsey McCauley, Senior Defensive Specialist for the SWOSU Volleyball team, opening their season at the West Texas A&M Tournament coming up on September 1st.